This is Senator Asada. I'm Dave from Fist in the Air. We got Burnout on the camera. And so kick things off here. What's the meaning behind your name?
There is really no meaning behind my name. I was making music for maybe for 3 or 4 years in the beginning, and it got to the point where I had friends in LA who asked me to DJ. And then I was like, yeah, man, I'll DJ. And then they were like, oh, we need your name for a flyer. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't want to go as like DJ Jose or like something like corny like that. Basic. So I was just like, well, what type of music do I play? I was like, I can play dubstep, I can play electro, I could play house, etc., etc. And I was like, oh, cool, that worked. So then I ended up using it for that one show, and then I got booked again, and then I didn't have a name still, so they ended up using that. And it kind of stuck over time, and then I kind of got used to it, really.
Yeah. Damn, that works.
Yeah.
What gets you most amped during a set?
I think during a set, and before a set, I think it's just watching the crowd and seeing whoever's on before me, and like just feeding off their energy and everybody else's energy, and I think that's just what pumps me up to like keep it going. I think just to see people wilding out to music it's crazy to me. So that's what pumped me up before, I think.
Nice. What's your favorite performance so far?
EDC this year in Vegas was amazing. It was just like I had a great set time. I played like 10. So I showed up and it was just like stacked. And it was good because I wasn't playing against anybody in the other stages. Excuse me. It was great, man. It was just like great vibes. That was probably the best set. Before that, it was hard last year.
What's your favorite song to play live?
My favorite song to play live is Crown by Diplo. I don't know, I just like that song. It's a corny song, but I love playing it. I think it's because everyone knows it and it just goes off. So yeah, it's my favorite song.
Who do you look to for inspiration?
Inspiration? I mean, it comes from anything. Really, I mean, music that I'm listening to when I'm making music. I don't listen to dance music when I'm making music or like when I'm driving or anything. It's mostly like bands or stuff like that.
Keep the work out of play.
Yeah. So it's just that, and like, my kids, my wife, and stuff like that, just like to keep my momentum going of what I'm doing.
Nice. What are you working on right now?
I actually just wrapped up an EP. I wrapped up a 6-song EP. I'm waiting on one more song, and if it's done, then I should wrap it up. But the 6 songs are completed and ready to go. It's just a matter of me like choosing the layout of the way the tracks are gonna go out and how I'm gonna put it out. But
any idea of like a release?
I think it's gonna be mad decent for sure. But it's just they just gotta give it the okay. But I think it's good to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything you're excited about in 2014?
2014, yeah, man. I'm going back to Australia at the end of the year. So I'm doing New Zealand and Australia, a couple festivals. I'm going back doing Spain again.
And nice.
All that. So I did
visa.
Yeah. Well, I did Spain earlier this year. I did like Barcelona and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going back again and doing Paris, Barcelona, and I mean, however long I could stay there, I will. And then just, man, there's just so many like the ending festivals that are coming up. Are just it's a definitely push. And then I'm doing like a mini tour with Prototype.
When's that going down?
It's in the fall, so like October or something, November. I think we're doing like a 3-week run, which is like back-to-back shows, and then I'm jumping back on the Bro Safari tour at the end of the month. We're doing a bus tour again.
Oh, word.
Yeah, you're coming to Webster, I think, right?
December. I'm coming to Webster in like 2 weeks though, but it's Slander, me, and Torval.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
What's the best country to throw down? Not outside of the U.S.
Outside of the U.S.
Who just throws down?
Man, Australia throws down for sure. Canada throws down for sure, and of course Spain throws down for sure.
Yeah.
Germany goes buck wild. Like Germany was one of the shows where I went and I was just like, man, these guys mosh pit all night, no matter what they're playing. Like, and it was like before mosh pit came out. It was just like I was like, what is happening? But yeah, it was cool.
That's dope. So with EDM growing the way it is now, where do you see it going? How do you feel about trap and all of that?
I mean, trap is just subgenre of hip hop and electro dance music. I think. You know what I mean? It people could keep making it, and it'll last as long as it's good music, and it kind of meshes the two genres, of dance and hip hop or whatever. But I mean, just dance music, it's gotten to a whole new level now that like it's gone mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is good for all of us producers who like to make that kind of music. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's just it's building a bubble. I mean, obviously at one point the bubble may burst, but at this point the bubble's just getting bigger.
So you like where it's going right now?
Yeah, I mean, I love the way it's going. I love how it is. I mean, I'm just a music guy who just loves
just
music.
make it?
Yeah, I just make it. I mean, if my main goal, and I've said this since I started making music, is that if I could sit behind just a computer and make music for people, I would not DJ.
Yeah.
My main goal is just.
Well, you got a DJ, right?
Yeah. Well,
Nowadays.
to play your music,
Yeah.
and like that's where you build your I guess your name or whatever. Yeah, your brand. But I just like writing music, man. That's just my thing. Like I just wrote a track for Kid Sister that's gonna come out on a mixtape. It's like one of the best tunes that I've ever done, I think, and it's just like, and that's just one of the things where I'm just like, yeah, man, that's what I want to do, like just for like Miley or Rihanna, or even rappers. You know what I mean? Just like stuff like that. It's just. That's just because I come from like I used to be in bands, so that's my thing. You know what I mean? I just like writing stuff.
What'd you do before that? Like, what were you in a band?
Oh, well, I used to play guitar and drums and bass. Then I like all bands you break up, and then I started doing solo stuff. And then I started writing stuff for this girl, and then I toured with her. So I was like making all her like writing her shit and like all this stuff. And then I stopped doing that, and that's when I started doing dance music.
Nice. You gonna sample any of your stuff? You play some guitar in the next song?
I've done that before, where I've done like small, but they're like very like minimal. You can't really hear. You know what I mean? So I mean,
samples.
yeah, it just depends. I mean, depends on how I'm feeling about it. Really.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all we got for you. So
Awesome.
One more.
One more. That's all you.
If you have any superpower, what would it be?
It would be time travel.
Why?
I don't know, man. I just.
You want to see the past? You want to see the
think,
future?
Like, stop time and like time travel. I think.
Make some bets.
It's just like the best power you could have. I think it's just like be able to see shit from before and after and see how everything's gonna go down. You know what I mean? I think I made that decision when I used to watch Heroes.
That was a good show.
Yeah, it was a good show. Hero Nagamura was the main dude who was like doing all that. I was like, that's the power I want. Out of all the powers, that anybody here has, that's the one I want.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks, man.